So here's a short story that I absolutely could not resist covering, that I think every single one of you guys should listen to the end so you can really understand the point I'm trying to make. And you see clearly in this story that at the end of the day, it is weak guys that create, by and large, the attitudes that so many women have nowadays that just repulse us all. Weak, clueless, simping, nice guys. And in this story, this is about a guy who's looking for help. Apparently, his girlfriend has given him an ultimatum. An ultimatum that he doesn't propose to her at the 3-year anniversary of the relationship, which is in a few months. She's going to end it with him. Oh no. But here's the thing. This guy's girlfriend has about the worst qualities she could have. And yet he's still with her. And what are those qualities real quick? Number one, she is a single MOM. Shocker. Number two, she has 3 kids. Number 3, those 3 kids came from 2 different baby daddies. Number 4, she's been divorced at least once. Number 5, both those relationships ended from infidelity, I believe, on her part. Number 6, she's in her 30s. And number 7, last but not least, she's a nurse. This story is titled, Dating My Girlfriend for 2 years and 7 months, she has given me a timeline ultimatum. And a shout out to Mark for sending this story. Now listen to this. My girlfriend and I have been together for 2 years and 7 months. She has 3 kids with 2 different men, 11 years old, 8, and 6. Her first marriage was when she was very young and lasted 2 years. I believe infidelity ended this relationship. Yeah, from who? 3 guesses. Her second partner, no marriage, she had 2 kids with. He was with her for 7 years. This was her rebound, accidental pregnancy relationship. She and I dated in high school 15 years ago and reconnected when her relationship with her most recent partner fell apart due to infidelity. So this guy is an old high school flame. She wasn't interested in him afterwards. He's the guy she goes back to when she has 3 kids and needs help. Can you say white knight? She has a stable career as a nurse. I supported her through her last year of nursing school. Smack! I should have smacked him earlier for getting together with this woman with 3 kids. Shocker, what interesting timing to help support her during nursing school. We have her 2 younger kids Monday through Friday during the school week, her oldest every other weekend. I do not support her financially aside from splitting the rent, groceries, and utilities. This is not a lock me down for money situation. Yes, it is. Why do you think she's with you after the other guys didn't work out? She doesn't have a very good history of relationship, not a good track record. But really, you see this as a catch, dude? She stated, if we're not engaged by the 3-year anniversary, it's over. This is causing a great deal of anxiety. Smack! You should be happy. Why are you anxious? Nurse. If you obviously don't know, they cheat a lot. 3 kids that aren't yours. Divorced. What else? The relationships ended to cheating, and she's making demands. Why is she making demands? Because this guy is weak. Because he's a pushover. He's a nice guy. She knows this guy gets with her. End of story. Guys like this create the attitude a lot of women have. Remember, women had the keys to the bedroom. Men had the keys to relationships. And at the end of the day, eventually they all want relationships. But most guys don't get that. But we're not done yet. I respect her boundary, but do not think there should be a timeline on love. Well, I agree with that. I think we have a solid relationship and are good partners. However, we do not share many hobbies. Most of our plans revolve around the kids. When we do not have the kids, she is working. Her schedules are 3 to 12 shifts around not having the kids. And though I still watch them and bring them to school at least once a week, and have been for the past 2 years. The relationship moved fast. When she and her ex broke up, she moved into an apartment she could not afford. We had been dating since November, and I moved in February. I moved in with her after just 3 months of dating. Smack, smack, smack. 3 months, you started dating her, and you're moving in with her and her kids. Are you out of your mind? How desperate are you, dude? That tells her everything she needs to know. Why do you think she got the apartment that she couldn't afford? Because she knew she could manipulate you to come in and move in with her, help pay for the bills. Duh. And he said that, and now you're basically like the babysitter. and you don't have a lot in common. You said not a lot of hobbies and interests because it's all about the kids. We're not done yet. I moved in with her just 3 months after dating. I had not seen her talk to her for 11 years. I met the kids and had been involved in their lives for over 2 years now. I became an instant stepdad figure, though both dads are involved and are good guys. More recently, she put a time limit on a proposal stating if I didn't know by 3 years, if I want to be with her and her family, that the relationship would end. I'm 32 years old and she is 31. She's 31 and giving freaking demands. Good freaking Lord. And 3 kids and all that. Why? Because in her mind she can. Because guys like this exist. This is why I hit home, guys, to have self-respect, to build yourself up. So guess what? Nobody can give you ultimatums. I mean, can you imagine a woman like this, with all the things I described, giving an ultimatum to a guy who would be classified as a high-value guy? He'd laugh his butt off. Like, fine, give me an ultimatum. I'm out of here. But he wouldn't be involved with her. This is what happens to weak guys. Weak guys create what we have. I respect her boundary and the timeline that she's put in this relationship. However, I do not think I'm ready to marry. Dude, after a few years, you're not ready to marry her. That I tell you everything. You're obviously having doubts, and you should. I'm not saying I'll never be ready, but this is a complex situation with multiple parties involved. Well, I don't see anything or hear anything about her behaving in a manner that shows she loves this guy. This guy's nothing more than an ATM and a babysitter, for heaven's sake. She's using you, dude. I'm also unsure if I want biological kids of my own, though she has offered to give me a child before she turns 35. I bet she has, because that's a insurance policy. Part of my concern is I never had time to truly date and get to know her again. I stepped into a position to help her afford rent and end up jumping directly into the role of stepdad. Hear that? He's saying exactly what happened, but he doesn't connect the dots. Yeah, immediately moved in with her to help her pay the rent. And being a stepdad. Duh. And both relationships before ended because of infidelity. We can guess where that came from. And she's a nurse. Dude, do you really think that she's faithful to you? Come on here. Time has flown by. We haven't had much time to focus on growth and development of the relationship between us because life is so busy. Her mom died 6 months into us dating, and I supported her. I broke my leg 1.5 years into us dating, and she supported me. We make a good team, however, it seems she struggles to make time for just us. Trust me, if she saw this dude as a catch, she would make time for him outside just babysitting the kids and going to fucking the park and the zoo and all that with him. Come on here. No, he's not mentioned about hooking up. And I guarantee if they do it, it's the bare minimum. He probably ain't getting BJs. He's probably not getting her in all sorts of positions and all sorts of fun activities. It's probably pretty boring starfish sex for this guy, if he gets that. And when we do have time for each other, it's always about the kids. Ding, ding, ding. I do a lot for her. She does a lot for me. We strike a good balance. I don't see why marriage is necessary, but I respect her boundaries. Stop talking about how you respect her and her boundaries and shit. She doesn't respect you. I know many will say shit or get off the pot, but I don't think a situation this complex needs to be controlled with an ultimatum. Please give advice, perspective, and stories. Now, this dude put this story on like multiple forums throughout Reddit to get as much info as possible, and I perused all of them. And a lot of the more, how can I say, forums that aren't with guys like us, people were actually giving him honest answers like, well, she's been with you for 3 years and she's a single mother. You got to be serious with her and give her an answer and you can't blame her, crap. But then guys like us are saying, dude, are you nuts? Are you out of your mind? She's using you. Glorified babysitter, ATM, blah, blah, blah. And I stand with that. So I'll share my 2 cents because he's asking the world. That's why I posted his story up there. Bro, walk away. Run while you have the chance. Women out there use guys just like you. Why'd you get back with her? Were there any other girls out there that you can get with after all this time? You're 32 years old, I think you said. Your prime's just beginning. You want kids one day? If you do, okay, get it with someone who doesn't have kids. And if you don't want kids, why are you with a single mom with 3 kids? And again, you said her relationship ended because of infidelity, and I'm going to speculate because of her. You think she's not going to cheat on you? Does she behave in any way that she is in love with you, cares about you? No. Your description is it's all about the kids. It's about you babysitting the kids, helping her pay the bills. It's not an accident that she moved into a place she couldn't afford 3 months into you dating. So no, end it. Otherwise, you're going to be miserable. And by the way, you're going to be the next ex of hers as we move on to the next one. And of course she wants to have a kid with you because that's an insurance policy. I may sound negative, but I'm a fucking realist. I've been doing this too long, and I've been lived it long enough. I'm 47, for heaven's sake. So, bro, end it and get out of there while you have the chance. So, guys, I had to do this, and I hope you had to listen to this. I hope you listened to this whole thing. This makes my point. Guys like this create the attitude or greatly contribute that so many women have. That they can talk to guys, treat them like shit, and have that high mighty attitude because they know there's a never-ending supply of guys just like this that are desperate, have a scarcity mindset, as the pickup artists call it, the scarcity mindset, that, I can't get any better. And the women are like, I can treat these guys like shit. I can use them. Because no self-respecting guy that's a prize, has a lot going on with him, who has his choice of women, would ever tolerate this crap. I mean, I can get it. Somebody doesn't want to waste their life, and and they think after 3 years you ought to know that whether you love me or not. But here's the thing: her being with this guy is not about love or her caring about him. It's about paying the bills, a babysitter, all that, and we know it. That's why. So, guys, remember this. For all you guys out there, if you stumble upon this channel and you're new, you are the ones, if you handle things wrong, that can give women the attitude that they do. Have self-respect. Now, I'm going to read a few comments here before I wrap this up. One guy says, she seems to be primarily be with you because you help her, and she wants to get married because it will get her and the kids added long-term security. I would recommend leaving the relationship and finding someone who will make you as much of a priority in her life as you make her in yours. Thank you. This guy deserves that. Another one. Guy says, so you were together, broke up, got together again, broke up. She got pregnant 3 times from 2 different men. She was not able to make her life work and grabbed onto you. Because of her lack of self-sufficiency, you felt compelled to move in with her and her kids before you were ready. Were pushed into a stepdad role that you were not ready, and now she's holding a weapon to your head again to marry her. Bro. See? This is from the forum that has guys like us. Another guy says, I hate ultimatums, no matter who it comes from or when what context it's delivered. She's telling you that you've got 3 years. Fine. I'm good with walking away before that. Pay attention to her actions, not her words. She's had 2 failed marriages and is now putting pressure on you for a third to go at it. The common denominator in all 3 of these relationships is her. My advice, don't wait the 3 years. Yes. Now one more. This dude says, she sees you in the function of a babysitter to take care of her kids since she works. That's really the value you bring to this. The ultimatum was set up because, as most women, they care about a man's future. If she doesn't see this next step, then that is it. However, even if you do the engagement/marriage, there will be a next step for sure. And it's probably not something you can clear. This is literally a performance improvement plan, PIP. There you go. So, I hope he makes the right choice, but usually these guys don't, and they learn the hard way. So anyhow, guys, there you go. Truly, men, weak, blue pill, simping, nice guy, whatever you want to call it, create white knights, the attitude that so many of the gals have nowadays. But you don't have to be that way. Again, they control the keys to the bedroom. They have the keys to the bedroom. We control the keys to relationships. Don't forget that.